welcome back to the channel. This is Nerd World, and today, revisiting once again, as I like to, the mirror universe of Star Trek. Now, this is a fascinating, to me and to many Trekkies, part of the Star Trek universe, and its lore is heavily unexplored, and today I'm going to go into one of the vessels from that universe that is unexplored even in the Prime universe, never mind in the mirror universe, and that is the Terran Warp Delta, as you may know from clicking on the link to this video. This ship in the Prime universe, despite anything you see online, is actually never named. It is always generally referred to as the Warp Delta. Now, there are throwaway references in the show to vessels such as the Neptune class, and many people think that this vessel may be the Neptune class, but actually we don't know that for a fact, because the so-called Intrepid class or Intrepid class we see from the 22nd century, that might be the Neptune class. We don't know. It's generally referred to as the Intrepid type because the only one example of the ship we ever see on screen is the Intrepid, but that doesn't mean that it was the first and therefore pioneer of its class that lent its name to all the others. That's not necessarily true. There could be dozens of them for all we know, and it's the same with the Delta class. Now, in the Mirror universe, there are at least two of these vessels seen. They are a smaller frigate type of vessel, same as in the Prime universe, used primarily for defensive purposes. They have a speed of around Warp 2, although it's reasonable to conclude that in the Mirror universe they're probably a little bit faster, as the Terrans aren't worried about safety and they have quite a lot of Vulcan technology at their disposal that could have allowed them to accelerate the vessels. In the Prime universe, these vessels are only armed with a forward and aft phaser, although it is possible that they have got spatial missiles as well, although they weren't seen to use them. They're defended by polarized hull plating, and this is generally the same in the Mirror universe without any other information. But again, even if they are only armed with a forward and an aft phase cannon, which is unlikely in the Mirror universe, they are probably considerably more powerful and faster with stronger hull plating, and they're quite frankly full of murderous Terrans who are out to kill you. These ships in the Prime universe have a Warp 2 capability, but again, as I said, this could be considerably faster in the Mirror universe in opposed to its Prime universe counterpart vessels. Of course, the vessels are ornately decorated with yellow paint on the hull. This serves no practical purpose other than an intimidation factor, a means of identification, and symbolism for the Empire. It's designed to intimidate and impress, which is a psychological effect during war. The vessels are seen to be flanking and escorting the ISS Enterprise at one point on some kind of assault mission, which means they do have the capacity for some level of power projection, unless the vessel simply on maneuvers, but I doubt it. It seemed like they were engaged in some kind of hostile activity, and I can't imagine anyone being dumb enough to attack Earth in the Mirror universe. That Xindi probe had tried it there. I imagine the Xindi wouldn't exist anymore. Now, these ships, otherwise, we know practically nothing. There are references again to them being referred to as the Neptune or Ganges class starships, but neither of these is canonical, and the Ganges class I think is generally accepted as being the name, but again this has not been canonically named, and although it is entirely possible, I'm not going to give them a name because I simply don't know what it is. Other abilities of the ships would be stock Starfleet technology, transporters, shuttles, artificial gravity sensors, etc. Nothing too remarkable. The Terrans built these almost as disposable starships, built to be built quickly and in large numbers to be deployed against their various myriad enemies. It also frees up more impressive ships such as the ISS Enterprise and Avenger and other such vessels to go out on deep space tactical missions and attack the enemies of the Empire and conquer new worlds, while allowing these smaller, easier to mass-produce vessels that aren't as quick to stay home and guard Earth against any retaliation from Klingons or Xindi or Vulcans or whoever. And that is the Terran Warp Delta. Let me know in the comments below what you think of it. Do you suspect that I'm wrong? Am I giving it too much credit for firepower? Is it no different than its Prime universe counterpart? I mean, lacking any other information, it might be. Tell me what ship from the Mirror universe is your favorite, and let me know in the comments below. Mine, personally, is probably just going to be the ISS Enterprise because we see the most of it, and as much as I like ships like the Charon, I think the NX-01 ISS Enterprise got to be my favorite. Now if you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you for watching, and like, share, subscribe. Bye bye.